Now rocking with the best. Who's the boxing show that's knocking out the competition? The kick-ass podcast that make you want to listen. The place where boxing fans and fighters rejoice. Thumbs up for Richie. You're listening to the fighter's voice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fighter's Voice podcast. I'm your host, Richard Ortiz, and we have a great show for you in store for you tonight. We're going to talk about some upcoming fights that are taking place, a recap on some of the fights that took place last week. But with our guest tonight, we're going to talk about celebrity boxing. My man is the celebrity heavyweight champion, and he took on R&B legend, the one, the only, Mr. Al B. Shore. Our guest is going to tell the story, tell you what led him to get in the ring with Mr. Al B., what's he doing today, and a possible rematch. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our guest, the Latin lover, Hazel Roche. Welcome to the Fighter's Voice, Hazel.
Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you for inviting me to your show. I'm so humble to be over here and thankful because, you know, I'm from the East Coast. This is on the West Coast. Woo!
So what time is it right now? Is it 10 o'clock right now?
It's 10 o'clock in Philadelphia, yeah.
And you're up for the Fighter's Voice. I appreciate that. Your fans are listening. I'm listening. You're tuned in. I mean, the Latin lover is in the house. Talk to us about that hashtag and something else that says what? You better ask your mom? Says something like that too?
Mother, yeah,
ask your mother. That if you don't believe Hazel's the Latin lover, ask your mom.
Ask your mother. Because you know mom knows better.
Yeah, mom knows better. Exactly. I mean, that can mean a lot of different things, Hazel.
Yeah, we always try to make sure people don't misunderstand it, yeah, because some people can, you know how people is, they want to take it the wrong way, but the way we mean it is like, you know, when you don't know nothing growing up, who do you ask?
Yeah, you ask your mom everything. Every single thing.
You ask your mom. You ask mom, this and that. So, it was a nice kashi, which I got like 3 phrases that it will be, I would not be number 2. And
Wow.
do you know who I am? If you don't know who I am, you can ask your mother.
There you go. Because when you wake up in the morning.
Song. That's in the song made by Ryan Banks.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make sure I tune into that. I need to know that information next time so I can look into that. I appreciate everybody around you, your team, your management team. I believe your publicist and just even the promoter of the show. Yeah. The Latin lover. I mean, that's a cool hashtag right there. That's a man's hashtag. Talk to us about the Latin lover and how you got that nickname.
Well, you know, when I started celebrity boxing, as you know, celebrity boxing is entertainment. We throw punches, but it's for entertainment. You know, people don't have experience. We just go out there. Something like I was born in Puerto Rico, and
Boricua.
This just remind me just like in Puerto Rico that they used to have the carnivals, and you used to fight 4 times trying to get $20 prize. So you know, and you don't need no experience. Just get over there and punch each other.
So that was something that inspired you. I mean, so you coming in the ring right now, it's you feel at home with this. You're comfortable being who you are inside that ring.
You know what? You know, people who don't know what celebrity boxing, they always criticize us because, you know, this is like if you, like an example, we just got I'll Be Sure in the ring with me. I'll Be Sure never in his life put some glove. That's the first time. You understand? So you can't expect too much from him to fight like a fighter. We're just going over there swinging punches. You understand?
But you know what? He took it serious because he had Roy Jones working with him. So celebrity boxing made somebody dig down deep within themselves because they want to put on a great performance.
Yeah, definitely. I fought the 2-time world heavyweight champ, Tim Witherspoon. So I've been in the ring with fighters that are professional, was professional at one time, or ex-champ. So not everything is just singers, rappers, or wrestlers, or celebrities. So yeah, you got professional boxers in the ring.
You know, what was it like sharing that ring with Tim Witherspoon? Because I remember in his heyday, man, he had a crazy overhand right.
Thanks God it's celebrity boxing. That's all I can say.
I heard that.
I mean, Team Witherspoon was still a rock.
Yeah. Got that jab.
Anybody Team Witherspoon touch with that right hand, trust me, he's going down. He's a beast. I love him to that. Team Witherspoon is my good friend.
Oh, that's good. And I was about to ask you that. Those you share the ring with, I mean, you establish a relationship with them and also the respect.
You know what? They always, especially with me, I always, say we're going over here to entertain people. When we get in that ring, don't get it mixed up. There's some fights that you get hurt. Any punch can hurt you. So but usually when we do the fight, we always make sure we protect ourselves. We don't try to hurt nobody. We're not trying to kill nobody. This is entertainment. You understand?
Exactly. So you being the champ, how surprised or what were you thinking when you first got the call? I'm sure you're like, okay, sure, I got no problem getting in the ring. But then you realize you're sharing the ring with an R&B legend, producer, engineer, back in the 80s, and he's still popping today with Al B. Shore. What was that phone call like?
You know what? We did a Instagram live with Damon Feldman, the owner and CEO of Celebrity Boxing, and he asked, I'll be sure, we gave you three names. On two, it was two big artists, and the third one, it was Hazel Roche. And he asked him, why do you pick Hazel Roche when you could have maybe made more money with the other names that, I'm not going to mention.
Yeah.
But you picked Hazel Roche. And he just said, because I was following Hazel. I'm the face of Celebrity Boxing. And it was a Mount Vernon thing that we want to go for the goal.
A Mount Vernon thing.
Yeah, that's why I say it's a Mount Vernon thing. Because
money making Mount Vernon.
Yeah. So it was like he was like, look, I love what Hazel Roche do. He's the champ, the people champ. Just because the name of the Latin lover, it was a beef with me and her because he used to be the pretty boy back in the day.
That's right.
So he was like, listen, but Hazel, you got a win-win situation because you know how many men want to punch me in the face. How many women?
How many haters?
They pay anything to, and you're gonna do it for nothing. You know what I mean? You're just gonna go and punch me in the face.
There you go. So you have the opportunity of a lifetime. Did any men reach out to you and say, Hazel, man, make sure you drop that right hand, or hey, don't hurt LB, man?
You were surprised. You were surprised because a lot of people was like, yo, you better knock him out. I'm like, whoa, this guy's a legend. His own people, like, yo, you gotta knock him out. I'm like, I'm confused. You know what I mean? For a second, everybody want me to knock out the legend, punch him up, make sure. And some people was like, oh, I'll be like P. Diddy said that I'll be one round with me in the ring.
P. Diddy told you that. Puffy Combs.
Yeah, P. Diddy did it in an interview. He said, oh, listen, he won't last a round with him. So he got a lot of people. That's why he challenged P. Diddy in the last fight. He said, listen, I'm gonna challenge you because I got $50 million to make that fight happen.
I heard him say that crazy number. That's a large amount of money right there.
That's a lot of money, but we're not talking about five. We're not talking $1 million. I mean, I wish I would try for a quarter of that.
Hey, man. I mean, hey, he could sponsor the Fighter's Voice podcast, bro. We'll go nationwide, worldwide with Hazel Roche and Al B. Shore.
Yeah, Al B. Shore is a great person. I love him to death. Great. I mean, like great in every single aspect. He's a gentleman. He's genuine. He treats me, him and his son. His son is another great person. His manager, Ali Said, Roy Jones. Oh my God, all these people are great. Flavor Flav. Like sometimes you see him in the TV and you heard bad things, but when you get for the past 3 months we were like a family. You understand? I traveled to California to the press conference, Beverly Hills, and they treat me really good. I love California.
That's good. Hey, there's some signal thing that's on our monitor there. Can you have it removed, please? Okay. Yeah. Then I don't want that on there. I'm talking to our producer right there because as we're doing our producer gets creative and stuff, and I don't want them moving Hazel Roche around. I want him right there in the corner, man. So were you the blue corner or the red corner?
I was the blue corner.
What song did you come in with?
Latin Lover.
The Latin Lover.
It's called The Latin Lover, Ask Your Mother.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Ryan Bank
was
performing it. Ryan Bank is
Take it off.
Artist from Philadelphia, pretty big in in the music. He wrote that song and he performed it live for the fight.
Listen, man, what song did Al B come in with?
You know what? I thought he was gonna come with Night and Day, but he got some weird music.
He got some weird music.
I wasn't paying attention. He got me cold. I got in the ring. I had to wait like 5 minutes for him to.
He put you on ice, man. See, that's a veteran move right there. That's a move like Leon Spinks tried to do to Mike Tyson. That's why Mike Tyson just came out of the ring. Because a lot of people don't know, when they were scheduled to fight, they were scheduled to both come in at the same time. But see, Michael Spinks tried to pull, ice Mike Tyson. That's why he just came out and did what he did. So he tried to ice you.
Everybody was saying, like, he iced me. I wasn't there. You get nervous. I mean, you in front of, I don't know how many pay-per-view people is watching. It was a sold-out event.
Yes.
So, he did a good job. Overall, Albie surprised me.
What surprised you the most about him? Was it the power?
Him attacking me, like him coming for me, like right away.
He wanted to impose his will on you. He wanted to show you, listen, I'm going to make you respect me whether you want to or not.
So, everybody, the problem was, we did this fight for the cruiserweight. And I was heavier than him. So everybody, he knows that he had to do that. Because one punch of mine could have finished the fight. All needs one punch. So he wanted to make sure that he was busy swinging, and you know what I mean? Like, he didn't let me stick to my game plan.
Right. I understand that.
So he did a great job. Roy Jones, like everybody did a great job.
They had a great strategy. They're what they wanted to do was try to wind you. I mean, make you get tired and get you fatigued by his lateral movement with the jab, kind of pesky, and try to work your body every now and then. And I know it was your game plan to go to his body.
Exactly. Yeah, because I don't know if you see the thing. When I hit him in the body, he felt it.
No, he didn't like that too much.
No, when I hit him in the body, the couple of punches that I could put on him, he felt it. So that's why he fought back like he was winded. But that was what I expected. If I can hit him, I only needed 1 or 2 punches. The fight could be over.
No, what was your strategy right from the start? I mean, was it?
My strategy was just because, again, this is entertainment.
Of course.
I mean, I wasn't trying to go out there and just go like he did to me. I'll go at it. I was just trying.
You didn't expect that. He surprised you with that strategy.
Do a little thing. You know what I mean? Do stick and move, but I couldn't. And I don't know if you saw the fight, but after the first round, I wasn't the same. Not looking for excuse, but if you see the end of the first round, something happened that I couldn't recover.
Now I did see that, and I wanted to make sure that you were okay because I was concerned. It looked like you started to get a little winded, but then you started to get your second win. Was that your second win coming, or just the competitive nature that you have in you?
You know what's funny, because after the first round was over, I never, unless I wanna go at it, like if you see my training camp, I'm the guy who go boom 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 from the first round. Like I throw maybe as a heavyweight in celebrity boxing, I'm the one to throw more punches. Again, I had a different game with him, which I felt I slept on that. You know what I mean? I wanted just to jab him, do a little showboat, and something happened in the first round that took me out of the game. Like Again, if you saw the fight, you even saw he walk up. He walk up to me and say, "Look, I didn't mean to do that." You understand?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. And, hey, this is the fighter's voice, the only voice that matters. And we're like you, Hazel. We're simply knocking out the competition. So, whatever you need to say, when you want to say, this is the platform to say it, my man. And,
Yeah. I
hey,
mean, I don't like to bring excuses. You know what I mean? Because
right.
yeah, I was supposed to be ready for everything, but honestly, that took me out the game. So when I couldn't get in the game, it was kind of late.
Okay, okay.
It
I
was in the
see.
third round. I don't know if you seen the third round when I went at it. Uh, Listen, I didn't even have legs. If you see the fight, I didn't have leg in the second round.
Well, I mean,
That was a big hit. The first round it was a big hit. I couldn't recover.
yeah, it's when you have that belt and you have that cup right there and that impact right there, it kind of, yeah, it does its damage.
So when I felt, I trying to tell the ref, listen, that was illegal blow. I'm dizzy. So I walked to the corner. I don't know if you see me. I walk to the corner and stand like this. And all I hear is a beep in my ears. Beep. So I see he walk up to me. You understand? And uh, it was a situation where, I know he didn't did it intentional. You understand? He
Yeah.
was excited. He saw that, he came right away fast to me and, he got me by surprise. And, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not making no excuse, but, that took me out of the fight game.
I'm glad he went up to you and explained to you, hey, this wasn't
Yeah,
my
I
intentions.
apologize. I said, look, man, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to do it. I said, I know you didn't mean to do it, man, bro. This is all love. I know, anybody, even if you don't know boxing, a back, hit in the back could even kill you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, anybody that gets in the ring, you got to show respect and you got to honor another man getting in the ring because honestly, in this world we live in and what we're doing, there's no guarantee you walk out of the ring the same way you walked in.
Even if it's celebrity boxing.
There you go. So,
Because a lot of people think, you see, a lot of people don't understand the concept of celebrity boxing. I have so many people criticizing me. Oh man, you look bad. Oh man, this and that. They don't know what was going on through my head at that moment. You know, when you take a punch like that and you're a boxer will know how long it takes for you to recover from a punch in the back of the head. You understand? Not taking no credit because, like
yeah.
I say, he came ready to win this fight.
He put the work in. I mean, working with Roy Jones. Roy Jones is a trainer, and he showed respect because I was watching some of the press conferences and some of the tapes. I mean, even when you guys were squaring off, man, at the end, he let you know, hey, man, I mean, we're gonna take care of business, but right now, we're gentlemen right now. But come in the ring, I mean, it's
It's a
almost a free
different
for all.
story. I mean, they
Exactly.
have Roy Jones. I mean, he got one of the best boxer pound for pound. Like I told him about when I spoke to Roy Jones, I said the only boxer that I think is better than you is Bernard Hopkins because he's an alien.
Yeah.
He's not even a boxer.
Exactly. An alien. I mean, and B Hop's one of the very smartest fighters in the sweet science today. Now, we know who Al B would love to share the ring with, and I know they got some history with P. Diddy. Who would the Latin lover want to share the ring with next? What celebrity or what brings to mind an interest for you to just step in and share the ring with?
Well, right now, um, I don't like to call people out. You know what I mean? Because I'm blessed that God gave me this platform, and I'll be
Yeah.
doing super great. And just by I'll be sure it'll take me to the next level. Where right now everybody want to be, even that I lose, everybody want the Latin lover working in different stuff, not just in the boxing ring. So, but yeah, I do feel some type of way with Fat Joe because
Ooh, Fat
um,
Joe.
Fat Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know, um, he said something out of his mouth that I didn't like. You understand? When you don't know somebody, or you can be my friend, but you always be respectful. You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
And he say when he was talking to Flavor Flav, he say, "Oh, my man," I think he say, "Oh, yeah, my man, I'll be gonna knock." shit out of him. You understand?
Yeah.
So and I felt, listen, if you got that much mouth, you should get in the ring with me, and you're gonna see what celebrity boxing about. Because everybody thinks celebrity boxing is a joke. You understand?
Hey,
And you get punched in the mouth when the nose. I don't know if you see my nose. My nose is like still
yeah,
hurt from
no,
the
no,
punches.
I can see it. Hey, you put the gloves on. Those hands were going. Both you men were letting your punches fly. Um,
Mhm.
Joe, he likes to hang around with Edgar Berlanga.
Oh, Balanga, yes.
Yeah, okay. I know they're close
But
and so forth, but at the end of the
you know
day, you can
what?
hang out with whoever you want, but you still got to take care of business in the ring.
Exactly. So that's what I told
Berlanga.
Fabio. Listen, if he's talking all this, let's do the fight for the culture. You know, you think, you think, you know, you think it's easy? I'll be sure. Beat me. It was a split decision loss. I give him all respect. You know, again, I'm not.
You
gonna
did good,
use
bro.
no
You
excuse.
did great.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use no excuse. You know, now I'm telling to the fighting boys because you know a lot of people don't understand. They think, oh, your hands. You know, I didn't have hands or legs. I'm not gonna lie to you in that fight. You understand? And again, if you go to my training camp, my sparring, you see I'm a real legitimate hard hitting boxer. You understand? And and I'll be bring his A game. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna come in here and say, oh yeah, it was because of this and that. My respect for Albie and Roy Jones that they did a great job.
You know what? LB got himself in tremendous shape. I mean,
Yes.
he lost tons of weight. He took the progress very serious, put the road work in, and he went out there and set out to do what he needed to do. So he took the Latin lover very serious. He knows he couldn't just sleep on him. He knows he couldn't just be mediocre. He showed up and brought his best because he knew that's what it's going to take to share the ring with you, Mr. Hazel Roche.
Hmm. So you know he came on conquer the cruiserweight belt. Another thing, another fact that a lot of people don't know. I was 254 for my
Uh-huh.
fight, and within the 2 months, I lost 35 pounds. So I was dehydrated. I didn't feel like, you understand.
Yeah.
It was a lot of things. You know, when you lose weight like that in so short time, so shortly time, it hurts you too. You understand?
Yeah.
But you know, we agreed to a catch weight, and you know, even though that I was heavier than him, he said, "Look, I'll still take the fight." He act like a gentleman. Listen, I'm gonna do it because it's a challenge for me. You understand?
Yeah.
So I give him my respect for that. Another guy would say, "No, you gotta lose at least 20 more pounds, go to the 190 or stuff like that." He was like, "No, I'm gonna try to put some weight, and you go down, and then we do it."
What weight did he come in at?
He came in at 210.
210. Yeah, that's a great weight, and he's 6'1".
Yeah, he was taller than me. I went at 222.
222. Wow. You got yourself in shape. That's great shape, man.
Yeah, 222. But it was like, you know, I starved myself to make the weight. You understand?
Yeah.
And this just like professional boxing. When you do that, you know, you feel weak. Like I'm telling you, when in that fight, I don't know if you see, I was even putting my head down instead of my head wasn't in the fight. You know, I look at the video right now. I'm like, damn. Like when he flurried me, that I was standing like that. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? I couldn't. You know, I guess he knew I was still hurt from the shot,
Yeah.
so he wanted to come and finish me.
Yeah. He
So
was
that's why I was holding him. In boxing, celebrity boxing is all about survival, and I knew how to survive the
Well, if you
attack.
share the ring with Tim Witherspoon, you definitely know how to survive. I mean, because Tim Witherspoon is a
T.
monster.
Witherspoon teach me a lot. Um, Again, I think it would be a better fight if the first round wouldn't finish how it finished.
Uh-huh.
I think it would be different because my plan was come in the first round, play around, study. Second round just put a little pressure. That the third round come and finish. You understand?
Before you did boxing and the celebrity boxing, what did you do? What did you do in high school? Did you play sports? And if you did, what sport did you play?
I used to play baseball.
What position
And
did you play?
you know, since I was little, like I used to love basketball. Baseball. Baseball I played in high school. But
What
I used
pos-
to play
what
all sports.
what position
Football,
did you play in baseball? What position?
catcher.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. What number did you wear?
I was a catcher. Yeah, I always was a big guy, so I was a catcher.
So did you throw off your knees down to second?
You know what? I'm from Puerto Rico, right? And
That's right.
from the town that I am, Puerto Rico, they have I think it's the best catcher in the history, not in the league. Back then, and he still got all the records. Ivan Push Rodriguez. You know who it is?
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Well, Push Rodriguez used to take guys on first base with one knee in the floor. He didn't even have to stand up. So I tried to do that on once, and then I started having tennis elbow
Oh
problems. So
yeah,
that's that's when my career was over. But
yeah,
I was a good hitter.
yeah, because it's all arm. You're not getting your body behind it. So did you bat right or
Yes,
left?
and I even went to the tryouts on Westchester University,
Yeah,
and but I couldn't do it. I hurt my arm. So when you get tendonitis, it's called tennis elbow.
it
Elbow,
sucks,
yeah,
man. You
tennis
can't even
elbow.
hit without it.
It's hard.
It's just not the same.
No, it's not to say. Sometimes you see me with a sleeve, and it's because I got the pain.
What was your camp like this time? Besides losing all the weight, I mean, did you bring anybody special in to mimic? I don't want to say the style because you didn't at that point you didn't know what style Albie Shore has, but somebody with the same frame, height, maybe.
Yeah, well, actually, the guy that was doing the training is my cousin. He's a professional boxer.
Okay.
He was like 185, but he's an undefeated professional boxer.
Yeah.
He was taking it easy on me.
Oh well, yeah.
But we practice, like everything, like go, again, it would be a different story if what happened in the first round wouldn't happen.
Listen.
Not taking no credit for Mr.
Okay.
I'll be sure. He did a job that he surprised not me. He surprised everybody.
Okay. Albie Shore
Now,
got
he can hit hard too.
Oh, can he? Well, I mean, you got to remember, Albie Shore was an athlete. He got a scholarship in to go to Iowa State as a quarterback. He was quarterback. Heavy D was tight end, and from Mount Vernon, he turned it down to pursue his music career. So Albie Shore was an athlete. Oh yeah. He got a scholarship for football.
Hmm. See, I didn't know. I didn't know because I mean, when when they say you got an opportunity to fight, I'll be sure. I was like, I'll be sure. I don't know who's I'll be sure. I know Boys to Man because I'm from Philly.
Yeah.
Then when they played the song, that oh my God, yo! When Damon told me, I went to my playlist. Look, this is one of my favorite working out songs, night and day. I said,
It
you
is.
sure he want to fight me? He said, yes. I said, listen, let's get it. I didn't even hesitate. You understand? Just to be in the ring with him. Everybody know I'll be sure is a legend in the music.
Yeah.
And outside, he did so many good things that he made me go in history just by being the first man who went with him in the ring. When
Yeah.
they do, this is in history. This is something that he had in his bucket list.
No, and well, yeah. I mean, he used to hang out with Mike Tyson all the time. They're very good friends. So he would support the boxing, and hell, how hard does he hit? Does he hit? Hey,
Told him, you gotta be careful.
Hazel, does he hit very hard?
For his weight, well, yeah, he do hit hard. I don't want to listen. If you saw the fight when he put me in the corner that he started swinging, I think, honest, if he would be more organized, you know what I mean, instead of go like like that, if he would stand, boom, boom. I mean, he could finish anybody.
Wow, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter. I give him all my respect and my you know what I mean. I give respect and merit where he deserves it, and he deserves. Whoever gets in the ring with him, if this guy get, I say, couple of months of training. Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the age. Anybody in celebrity boxing is in trouble.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm sure he respects you too.
Yeah. We got my love for each other. He's like a great person. When the fight was over, like he came and hugged me. We hugged each other. I say thank you, man, because to me, this loss means my career. You understand?
Hey, man.
And not just him. Having Peter Guns, uh, Flavor Flav, all these big celebrities coming to me and thanking me for doing this with Albie. That you know what I mean. The first punch I got, I say it's going. This punch is going to history. I was punched by Albie Sure.
Well, there you go. You know what? You're motivating me, Hazel. You are, because maybe Albie Shore will watch this interview later and he can say, you know what? Richard's talking a lot of shit. I want to get in the ring with the fighter's voice and see, we can go toe to toe night or day. It doesn't matter.
You never know. Listen, again, I'm a man from, I never thought that I could make it to this level. Just fighting when my first fight with Tim Witherspoon, to me,
Yeah.
that made me a legend. I was like, that I'm a legend already. You fought a guy that fought that was a two-time world champ. He used to spar with Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
And then I had my other opportunity
Terrible
fighting
Tim.
that WWE ECW hardcore legend, Sandman. So that keep opening the door. And out of nowhere, they call you. Listen, I'll be sure want to fight you. I say, you sure? He say Hazel Roche. Yes. You sure? He say the Latin lover. Yes. I was like,
There you go. Now I got
when you playing with me, he say no. I'll be sure. Say he will do it with you. So that was for me like, oh my God. I wasn't thinking in oh, I'm gonna go over there win or nothing. I was just thinking just the day that I'm gonna get in the ring with such a gentleman. Like he's a genuine gentleman. Like if I don't know, listen, people, there's a problem with that people always want to judge you.
Yeah.
Without knowing you.
That
A lot of people judge. I'll be sure for I don't know what happened in the past. A lot of men are jealous because the females used to go crazy for him.
Yeah.
And he's such a gentleman. He got the biggest heart, one of the biggest heart that I saw in my entire career and life. His son, I'll be sure, Junior. Oh my God, they are so humble, such a great people. Look, I couldn't be more happy to do this fight with them.
Well, I will say this. I met Albie Shore in Fresno. I met him a couple times, and there was one particular moment he's talking to his son, and he's telling him, look, he says something like, our flight's going to be tomorrow or something, and he was telling him, hey, make sure you're here, and none of this or none of that. And what I admired is not the guy on stage, not the singer. I saw the father talking to the son, and I admire that, and that'll forever stick with me because he was very concerned. He wanted to make sure that, hey, are you paying attention? This is when we're leaving. We got to be responsible. And he was breaking it down to him, and I love that. That's we need more men like that.
Yeah. Well, his son is a great person. Like, listen, when I told you, I'm so not surprised, but the way they treat me and my team.
Yes.
We were family. There was nothing. We didn't talk with no caption. We didn't talk like him being. I'll be sure, and me being Hazel. We talk like family. You know what I mean? He went out and did a great promo all around. A great promo. And usually, when a person is humble and always want good for people, all you gotta do is say, "Look, I'm gonna fight a guy in celebrity boxing," and he always mentioned me. You understand?
Hazel, I saw it the week of. Barely a week that it was going to take place. I reached out to you and your team, your manager. I reached out to the promoter. The promoter got back to me. Albie Shore's publicist got back to me. And it looked like it was going to take place. Then all of a sudden, I understand a man of his stature and a man of his prestige. But at the end of the day, he said that was his bucket list to get in the ring. Well, I'm going to say this right now that I'm talking to his opponent and possibly a rematch. Albie Shore is on my bucket list to come on the Fighter's Voice podcast. Now, I want to make...
I'm sorry.
No, I want to make this... I don't want it to be about Albie Shore. I respect him and stuff. This is the Hazel Roche show today. tomorrow, and yesterday. Everybody's going to talk about the Latin Lover. Now, I got a possible opponent for you, and I want you to think about this right now. There may be a little bit of weight difference, but maybe not, because this vato's been eating some carne asada and some tacos and tortillas lately. The Latin Lover. Hazel, the Latin Lover Roche, taking on Hector Macho Camacho Jr. Celebrities Boxing. You heard it first on the Fighter's Voice. The only voice that matters. We're simply knocking out the competition.
You know that fight was talked about a year ago.
It may have been, but not by the Fighter's Voice.
No. And when I was in Atlanta, I was doing a promo when I was gonna fight. Team Witherspoon. So we went to Atlanta, and I saw Camacho Jr.'s manager. He gave me the number, but then he went and did a celebrity fight on another company. And sometimes this fight opened the door for me to fight anybody. You understand? So
yes.
That's why I think I'll be sure. You understand? Some people don't want to give you the chance because they don't think that you don't have the credential to make a big fight happen. Well, guess what? Now my promoter is the one that is saying, now we pick who you're gonna fight. You understand?
Exactly. He gave you an opportunity and you capitalized on it. You took it like a smart man would. But see, anybody could take the opportunity, but you got to be ready for it, and you're more than ready for this opportunity.
Yes, and I always say I'm open for anything. It's not like I told a lot of people. It's not you always not gonna win, but I'm not always gonna win. But I damn right gonna put a good show. So I'm entertaining. One way or another, people gonna be entertained.
There you go, man. There you go.
I don't know if you saw my entrance. I always got a crazy entrance. I got my people there. They throw money. I came with a cape and glasses.
I saw that.
Only Hazel Roche would think of something like that.
The Latin Lover, man. I mean, the Latin Lover. Not everybody can have that hashtag. What was that, my man?
The girls walk to me. I had some girls walking with me, and they didn't let them walk. They hold them back.
I saw your pictures, and I saw the ones you were taking pictures with. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, that's why they call him the Latin Lover. You were just pulling them, my man.
It's something where, I'm not a womanizer, but 90% of my friends are female.
Hey, well, I'm not mad at you. I mean, one day I got to go to Philly, man. I got to go hang out with you, and you got to tell him, hey, I got my brother, man. He's showing up right now.
Definitely. Anytime. This is the city of brotherly love, man. And when I went to Cali, it resembled a lot to Philadelphia. When I went to thanks to the Miss Reina. She's going for mayor of Englandwood.
Yeah.
And she went after the press conference. The next day, she went with her husband and went and picked me up in her Bentley. She took me to Beverly Hills. She took me to Hollywood.
Wow.
She took me to Crenshaw. She took me to where Nipsey Hussle store.
Yeah.
And she took me to Watts. She took me to Compton. I mean, she showed me all California. And big shout out to Reina that she's running for mayor in Englandwood.
Well, you know what? Hey, we'll endorse that. Hey, definitely. Who else do you want to give a shout out to your team? Any sponsors or anybody in your team that went that extra mile for you?
Oh, definitely. Thank you for allowing me.
Absolutely.
My team, I want to thank starting by Cara Tavani. I know she got in contact with you. She always want to make sure. Oh, Hazel, where is it? It's gonna be on Facebook. It's gonna be on Instagram. So.
Yeah, she contacted me.
On top, I want to give big shout out to Bella Levy, Lovardi, Anthony, Ghost. That's my buddy. Ghost. He sponsored me. He always making sure that everything's okay. I want to say thanks to I don't want to forget nobody. Jennifer Thompson from England, my biggest fan. Jennifer Thompson. She always making sure that everything is okay. I'm pretty sure she's by now listening to the show.
Who's that little boy? Who's that kid that you made an impact with? I mean, he's just like, man, he watches your every move.
Oh my God, this is what when I always say I don't want to be famous, I don't want to be rich, I want to impact people. You understand?
Yeah.
And that kid, he just sent me a text on Instagram. Hi Hazel, and I'm like, you know, he had maybe like 50 friends or something. I say, this is one of the females doing a fake page,
Yeah.
trying to, trying to lure me
Trying,
or
trying,
something.
trying to get a piece of the Latin lover.
Yeah, yeah. So when I'm talking to him, he's like, "Hi, listen, I'm your biggest fan." Blah 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 blah. So I'm like, "Okay, So I say, "How old are you?" And he said, "I'm 13 years old." So I say, "Okay, you're 13 years old." Yeah. And he said, "Man, I wish I could have went to your fight. I'm your biggest fan." I was like, "Okay, But then I said, "You know what? I'm gonna get my 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 manager to give you a call. So you gotta get your mom on the phone." So when my manager called the mom, it was true, but he wasn't 13, he was 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
So so the manager called me and said, "Hey, so you gotta get in the phone. You gotta get in the phone." I was riding motorcycle that day. I was like, okay, let me stop because to me it's more important, you know, seeing a kid smile than doing anything I'm doing. You understand?
Yeah.
So when I got in the phone, he was so happy. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you. Like it was something that, it makes me feel big. It made me feel greatness. You know, I didn't feel great because I thought I'll be sure. I didn't feel great because, you know, I make whatever amount of money fighting, I'll be
I
sure.
heard
But
you got a
it
little
makes
bit of paper, my man.
I'll be.
No, I heard you got a little bit of feria, Roche.
I mean, I mean,
You got a little something, huh?
they said it was, for 3 minutes it was pretty good.
There you go. That's what I'm talking
Three
about.
minutes. I'm pretty sure you cannot make the amount of money that I'm making 3 minutes. But you know, it's it was just so big knowing that I came from Michigan. We're talking about Michigan. We're not talking about New Jersey, Delaware, the tri-state area. Michigan is about. I just checked a plane and it's like 7 hours.
Oh, wow.
And for that little kid, out of all the boxers, we have out there, he pick Hazel. It was really big. It was really big to me.
I,
But
I
that's not the first. That's not the first kid that I make an impact to. So Cara Tabani, right? The lady that called you, my manager.
yeah.
She met me because her son is 12 years old. She asked him, "Look, you want to go to this event, celebrity boxing?" He said, "Yeah." So which boxer you pick? And he was doing his research, and he picked me. And she asked him, "Why do you pick Hazel?" And he was like, because he looks humble, and when he saw the other boxer was like, oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And he saw me humble, so that's why he picked me, and that's how I met my manager.
Well, that's a great story, and that's how you connect with real people. Now, speaking of connecting with real people, I mean, I got to make sure I get your address, my man, because I got to send you a Fighter's Voice T-shirt. I actually,
Oh, thank you so much.
no, yes, I have them for sale. People buy them all the time, but mine, I'm gonna send to you, man. I mean, you got to let me know, and then I want to see you rock it, and in the back
I'll
of it,
definitely take a picture and put it right up.
there you go, man. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure
Yeah,
that you
I'm
get
sorry.
one of those.
So again, I was giving credit to the people because a lot of people don't understand, and people fail when they fail to recognize, who's been in there. Like I said, my Team Roche, my sponsor that he sponsored me for the fight, Big P, Little P, great guy. He loved the job that I did. I lost, but in reality, I won. Everybody see me as a winner. Nobody, I haven't heard nobody. Only haters. You always get haters.
Yeah.
Um, People that I used to know that that they don't know nothing about the sport or the platform. They're gonna talk. But beside that, everybody, Big P, Ghost, Cara, Bella, Anthony Lovardi. That you gotta check Anthony Lovardi. He's a singer, really nice guy. Uh, all these people that have been there for me this run, I want to say in here to show that I love them, and without them, there's no Hazel Roche.
Exactly. Everybody has somebody that inspires them. I just recently just started conversating with you, and If you don't know, you'll know today or you'll know later if you continue to research my page. I have a page, it's called The Fighter's Voice. I also have another page, it's called Thumbs Up for Richie. That's for my son, Richie, who is my world, my everything. No offense to my daughter. My daughter, she is my everything. Richie's my pride and joy. Well, I lost Richie about 5-7 years ago. I don't even remember the time. And I was going crazy, Hazel. I didn't know what to do. I had to find an outlet. So I dedicated my whole career to my son. So after every show, I always give a thumbs up for Richie. So I started meeting people, different fighters, interviewing different people. So a lot of them, they knew, and they would give the thumbs up for Richie. A lot of people, Hazel, to this day, they don't give the thumbs up because they think it's me. They think it's that I'm being arrogant. Thumbs up for Richie. Like I'm talking out in the third person. So they call me Richie. But you should see their face once they find out why I do it. And it's just, I'm keeping my son's memory alive. So every time that I get to talk to somebody, it's because of my son. And I will tell you this, honestly, and you could check the history of every single guest that we've had on the show archives. Our show is blessed. Whoever comes on our show, it may not happen the next day or the next month, but their career prospers. Or something, an impact in their life just happens. We had Andrew Ruiz, who was on the show before he got the opportunity to be heavyweight champion of the world. And I say, we're talking to the future heavyweight champion of the world. We talked to Noel G from Fast and the Furious. He said, man, it's hard, to get roles right now because of COVID. I met Robert De Niro and took a picture with him. Well, after the show, he didn't just meet Robert De Niro. He's in a movie with Robert De Niro. So the list goes on and on and on. And I know it's my angel watching over us and just giving us favor, man. So you're part of that, my man.
So thank you so much. I don't know if you know my story, that I almost died about 2.5 years ago.
I didn't get that part. I knew that you had some concerns going on, but yet you found this outlet, this platform right here.
Well, no, I almost died from COVID.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you go to Google and you Google my name, you see I was in every major news. You remember when the COVID started?
Yeah, exactly.
I caught
it hit hard.
I caught it, and it was so hard because they didn't know nothing about COVID.
Yeah.
So my mom is 60, 65, 66 years old. She caught it too, and my daughter, my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
So I was sick like for 4 days, and I went to the doctor, and when I went, I was like, I can't eat. My stomach is killing me. When they did the test, yes, I had the COVID. So I was in the hospital for 16 days, and the doctor gave me 20% chance of surviving.
Oh, man.
So, that's why I say I'm blessed.
Oh, you are blessed.
Thankful, I wish I can help everybody. I wish, and, that's what I always say. God leave me here for a reason. The COVID, I caught it with pneumonia. So, pneumonia itself kills you.
Yeah.
And having the COVID without no medication, no nothing. They didn't know. I'm telling you, it was as soon as it came out.
Wow.
That was on March. And the COVID started hitting people in December, January. In March, and I was in the hospital for like 16 days. All I can do it was cry. I was celebrity boxing heavyweight champ. And all I can do was, you know what, God, you gave me a dream because I love boxing. And I know I couldn't be a professional boxer at this the stage of my life.
Yeah.
And he gave me the opportunity to win celebrity boxing and be the champ. And not just be the champ, it's not being loved, because you can be the champ and you can have money, and if you don't feel the love for the people, none of that matters.
That's very true.
So every time I go to a show, first I always say, I thank God because I couldn't be here. He got me here for a reason.
Yep.
Again, who would say that I'll be sure going to pick me? Who am I? You understand?
Well, you know what, you have favor. I believe God put it in his heart, and you were chosen for a reason. You were chosen on this show for a reason, because a lot of people need to hear your testimony and know that you are a true champion outside of the ring as well as inside of the ring, and your story is going to impact people.
And I always say, I'm not the most skillful in celebrity boxing, but I'm the one that people love the most, and they want to see him out there. You understand? So God gave me that how you say that gift?
Yeah.
Of just going in there and make people listen. People, I was watching the fight, and when me and Albie fought, Kid and Play was jumping, oh, like they were excited. You
Yeah.
understand? Like, when do you see people getting off the table excited because two fighters fall?
I remember that. You guys fell a couple times, I believe.
Yeah, it was one time. The other time he fell, and the first time it was when I got hit and I fell in the first round.
Okay.
So
That's what it was.
it was but people was jumping out the chair. Kid and Play was jumping like, oh my god, like
Well, it's
this is
entertainment,
what
and they
celebrity
were
boxing is about.
you
Celebrity
you got
boxing is
you
not
guys
about.
delivered.
Yes, and that's why Damon Feldman loved me because Damon Feldman say, listen, Hazel, we gotta do this. The A side, hey, listen, I'm over there on the A side. You understand? And people love me. I mean, if you see the love, usually when you lose, you get down, you get sad. People, don't look at you like, you're a loser. People was looking at me like, listen, as soon as I got out that ring, the first one who came and gave me a hug, I don't know if you see the big guy that be slapping people plate. He's a YouTuber.
Tyrone.
No, Robert Winkler or something like that. He's a real big guy, real big.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
And not Tyrone. Tyrone's from Philly. He's from. His name is Robert Winkler or something.
Okay,
He's
I'm gonna
a
look.
real muscular.
I'm gonna
like,
look him up
real
after the. I'm
muscular.
gonna look him up after the show.
Yeah, and he used to throw the protein in the face and everything before. Well, as soon as I came out the ring, I mean, I didn't know, he was gonna go and watch the show. As soon as I come out the step, he's looking at me and say, he went like this, and he came and gave me a hug and say, bro, I love what you did. I love your show, bro. I love it. I enjoy it. He said, I enjoy it. So, when I got out the ring and, as you come out, you start seeing people clapping when you come out, it's like, hold up, dude, I lost the fight, or am I in a different war? I don't know. Why people is clapping. You understand? So, one of the commentators was Peter Gunn. He was on the other side of the table. He stand up. He went around to catch me. And when I see him, he goes this. He's like, he gave me a hug. He said, Hazel, I love you. Thank you, man. This was entertaining. Keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is working. That's all he told me.
There you
So
go,
as
man.
I keep walking, I keep finding celebrities congratulating me. I'm like, to me, I did bad. But for them, no, because they know this is entertainment. You understand?
Well, you made an impact, man, and you got some more fans and followers and supporters.
Yes, and it's crazy because all these people, again, like Kid and Play, man, they love me. They love me. They love me.
I
Flavor Flav was, I don't know if you saw the fight. He was talking to me in my ear like 20 seconds before the fight started. He was telling me some really good thing, really nice thing. Like these people telling me how much they love me, and that was the first time they met me in person.
well, you're
You
making that
understand? And
impact.
That's what I told people. That's what makes a winner. A winner is not, they raise your hand. I've seen a lot of people that they were like Mayweather. Mayweather was the best pound for pound, one of the best boxers. And a lot of people don't like him because of the way he was. You understand?
Yeah.
Like he didn't care about the people. He just cared about him.
Yeah, well, see, you're a different breed, and you've come from a different cloth, and you overcame a lot, and now you're here. Every day that you're here, you are granted another opportunity to live, and most of all, make the impact on these people.
Yes, and that's all. That's all I want. I always say, every time I go to a show, my dream match. Remember, you was asking me who I would like to fight.
Yeah.
My dream match is fight in a big stadium. In a big stadium, where the money goes to profit for the kids, the hungry, the kids in people in the street, and single mothers that being abused, and especially older people, because we seem to forget the elderly people, fathers, grandfathers,
Yeah,
they put them on
exactly.
wheels and stuff like that. So, that's my biggest thing. If I ever can do a dream match, it will be, I wish one of the big artists, The Rock, one of these guys that are big influence with a lot of money that if we do a fight, we can get money. I don't care if I don't get a penny. I don't care. But I do care that if they say, listen, let's do this fight and let's do it for the homeless or the kids in the street, the abused kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids that being abused and we don't know. You understand?
Yeah.
Women's abuse. You know, there's a lot of women that being abused and we act like we didn't know. You understand? But you never know when you can go through that. You understand?
Well, exactly, and you know what? You're doing well with yourself. I mean, you're doing well with your career. It looks like you're driven. It looks like doors are opening for you. And remember, the Bible says, "I'll give you more than what you can contain." Don't open up your arms because He's going to fill your cup 7 times over. Now,
Yeah.
I do want to say this before I let you go, man. When can we see you back in the ring? When can we see you on TV, possibly in a movie? Is your agent moving on that? Is your manager moving on that? Because
Well, I used
the
to
the,
work
the whole
movies.
the whole character, the Latin lover, Hazel Roche. I mean, it just you have to do something with it. It can't just stay home. I almost want to call Hazel Roche a bottle of cologne. You know what I mean?
You know, listen, those are all my dreams. But you know, when you don't have the connection, again, I'll be open the doors for the world for me. Like everybody, now everybody, every single artist, everybody know of who I am. So that's why I'm so grateful to. I'll be sure, but I definitely would love to be in a movie that's with a role or a TV show, a big TV show. You know where, you know where people can see more and I can deliver my message. You understand? Of that's what I always want to be. I always want to be a big voice. You understand? A voice that like right now, that like that little kid see me as an idol, and they can see like, hey, so you can do some. You can. I mean, I can't change the world, but I can change a lot of people's mind. You understand?
I heard that, brother. I heard that. Listen, man, I want you to tell everybody, where can we follow you, man? How can we subscribe to your Instagram or your Twitter or your Facebook?
Okay, so on Facebook is Hazel Roche. That's easy.
Okay.
Google, you put Hazel Roche or Hazel Roche Boxer, and it will come out everything of me. Instagram is Hazel underscore Roche1. And I'm in YouTube, Hazel Roche. So it's basically Hazel Roche. I'm trying to make it simple because I want people to find me. And, again, I want to do good because I think, you know, I can deliver a good message. Understand? Like, I can change a lot of people's life. All now everybody, most of the guys in celebrity boxing, undercard guys, like I used to be, they look at me as a role model. They say, Hazel, you work so hard that you made it out there. I got a guy over there named Mike Davis. He been in celebrity boxing 12 years. And he came the other day saying, but bro, I love you. You came in 3 years and you have done what a lot of people have with background couldn't done. So, I'm being a role model for a lot of people, and that's all I want. Be a role model for the people that need it and the people. I want to inspire people. I want to say, look, the Latin lover. You understand that? Don't look at the Latin lover for the women. Look what the Latin lover wants. And when I express myself, I always try to express what I want from my heart. You understand? Of course, everybody want to have a Corvette, a Lamborghini, a Ferrari. But to me, if I get it, it's a blessing from God. If not, I'm still happy. You understand?
There you go. Well, I'm extremely happy that you're on the show, that you came on the show. I don't want you to be a stranger of the show, so you are definitely going to be invited back, especially if you get some fight news. You give me a call, say, Rich, I got some news to drop, or hey.
June 11.
June 11.
I'm going to be fighting in Miami.
In Miami. Who would that be?
Yeah.
Hector Macho Camacho Jr.?
You know what? That fight can happen, but right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a fight where, I can bounce back. You understand?
Yes, exactly. Okay, I hear you.
We're trying to get a bounce back fight. Camacho will be a tough fight. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I think I need to do 1 or 2 bounce back fights so then I can jump in the talk with Mr. Hector Camacho Jr. Again, listen, his father is my idol. I don't know if you see my skirt. I always use skirt because of Camacho.
I was about to say, when you walk out, I mean, the apparel, because you got to remember, his dad changed the sport forever. Can you
Yeah,
imagine? Okay,
that's
let me tell you this right now, Hazel. Can you imagine if Hector Macho Camacho Sr. had Facebook, had Twitter, had Instagram, or had YouTube? I mean, oh my gosh, talk about 1 million followers. He would have had 1 billion followers because he was Facebook, he was Twitter, he was YouTube, he was all the above. He was Mr. Social Media when a lot of people didn't even have cable to watch him.
Exactly.
But he promoted himself.
You remember, he didn't even know how to talk.
No, well, he get excited, he get excited during press conferences and stuff.
Yeah, I know. When he talks Spanish, you never heard him talking Spanish?
I heard him say like Spanglish a little bit.
No, he's Spanish. He don't even know how to talk. He talk. And I remember he was in the show Don Francisco. And
Yeah.
he say, it's another tadinda. But Don Francisco can understand. And he say, listen, why do you talk like that? We can understand. He say, it's not that you can understand me. He always say, no, it's not that I talk back. It's that you are hard to understand me. Like, joking around.
Because he had that strong accent. You just sounded just like him right now.
Yeah, I got a strong accent. I was raised in Puerto Rico. I came in here when I was...
No, you sounded like Hector. Like Hector
yeah.
Sr. Yeah, you mimicked him pretty good. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not a matchmaker, but I've been known to, help out every now and then. I'm going to have Hector Macho Camacho make a video. And I'm going to have him say, hey, what's up to the Latin lover? I'm going to post it. I'm going to tag you. And maybe you guys can get together sometime in 2023 or something.
I appreciate it from the heart.
Yeah.
And again, like you say, I think this would be great. 2 Puerto Ricans,
Yeah.
just get in the ring with him. I don't know how I'm going to react because his father, he looked just like his father. His father was my idol.
Yeah.
I boxed because of Camacho. He was the one who got me. When I was little, they used to say La Maquinita. We used to say, how Camacho used to do like this?
Yeah.
La
When he come in the
Maquinita,
middle of the
we used to
ring,
call
he
it
would do
Maquinita.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, La Maquinita. So that would be like a dream come true.
Hey, man, only on the Fighter's Voice, man. I mean, we iron sharpens iron. We make things happen. I haven't spoke to him. It's been a minute since the Julio Cesar Chavez fight, but I'm going to make sure, because I need to reach out to him. It's been a minute, so I'm going to reach out to him. I'm probably going to text him tonight, possibly tomorrow. But when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And you're going to have that video. And he may talk a little bit of shit, but he's going to let you know, hey, man, let's make this happen. Because he's as well as you. He is an entertainer. And he is very humble.
Yes.
And his boxing IQ.
With Chavez. His last fight with Chavez. I read that paper.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight.
He was playing with Chavez. You know what I mean? He was playing with Chavez.
You know what? Hey, I agree with you 100%. Actually, he looked sharp. I told him that.
That's what I say.
I told him that.
He was playing with Chavez. It was more of a celebrity boxing fight because,
Yeah, exactly.
Camacho's still a pro. You
Yes,
understand?
exactly.
He's still doing it, but Chavez was already retired. But it was more like a celebrity match. But that doesn't mean that Chavez don't hit hard.
There's a story behind that. He wanted to take the headgear off, and Hector said, no. No, because Hector says, if you take your headgear, as if to say, if you take your headgear off and you swing at me, this is no longer celebrity boxing. I'm going to swing back, and I'm not going to swing back. I'm not going to touch you. I'm going to step into you. So he didn't want to disrespect the legend. That's why he said no.
Yes, he said no. I remember. I saw it.
Yeah.
And Chavez took the thing, and he was like, no. Camacho was like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But Camacho was playing with him.
Camacho
Jr., a lot of people like to criticize boxers, and a lot of people say, oh, yeah, Camacho. Listen, just get in the ring. Even in celebrity boxing with headgear.
Oh, bro.
Just get in the ring and get punched twice in the face.
No, you'll see what's up because you hear that noise right there. And it's not as easy, and those gloves become heavy, and your legs, they feel like noodles, and you feel like you're just going to lose your stomach. You got no strength whatsoever. You're sitting down, your manager and trainer are telling you, and it's in one ear, out the other. All you want is water, and can I breathe again? How can I feel normal? Because right now I don't feel normal.
So I'll be doing like Roy Jones, put my hand down, trying to act like I'm doing the Roy Jones dance. Is that it's so heavy that I got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, I know I could talk to you for days and for hours. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. And I appreciate you letting everybody know to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you haven't yet, it's www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. You know why, Hazel? Because every fighter has a voice, and so do you.
and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, well, no, put you back on. I got.
No, I was getting a phone call trying to deny
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah, that happens
Decline,
sometimes.
decline. Um, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I want to see you because I'm gonna leave you with the message.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, it got like frozen. The phone call got frozen.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I can.
declined it.
Okay, well that's fine. So, what do you got to say to all the followers that watch you, Hazel?
I want to say everybody who support me, I want to say thank you because without knowing who the real
The picture on.
Hazel is, a lot of people love me. And, again, I want to say thanks to my team for always putting up with me when I'm a hard-headed. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can be hard-headed when I know that I think something's going to work. And, everybody feel free to reach me. Any kid that is watching this show that, want to reach out to me, they need an advice, I'm always open 24/7.
There you go. Those are strong words, ladies
I
and
want to
gentlemen.
say that again. I'm sorry. I want to say hi to my mom, to my daughters. I got a daughter in Florida. She's 7 years old. Aliani, I love her to death.
There you
And
go.
and to everybody who support me, everybody who love what I do, it's not hard, it's not easy, but we got wills and people like the boys, um, like you, you make me big, and I want to really appreciate you for having me in your show.
It's a pleasure, and you will be back on the show, and I will deliver that video soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our guest, the Latin lover, Mr. Hazel Roche. I'm your host, Richard Ortiz of The Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. And as always, it's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.